Welcome to the Supporting Chaos podcast. I'm Sammy.
Sorry I'm late.
Of course you are.
Sorry I'm late.
What's on your shirt?
Could be throw up.
I think I have a stain remover. I think this is yours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have wipes. That'll do. Oh my gosh, guess what?
Let's hit record first.
Welcome to the Supporting Chaos podcast where shit's about to get real.
It's our first podcast ever.
You forgot to say the line.
Oh, what's the line?
Reality's not a bad thing.
I got emotional.
But reality is not a bad thing.
Okay, reality is not a bad thing.
Damn it.
Honestly,
We can't even do the intro right.
Okay.
I'm Gracie. I am a girl mom of 3.
And I'm Sammy. I was ready for that one. And I'm a boy mom of 2, almost 7, and almost 4.
Yeah. I have 7. How old are my kids?
4.
7, 4, and 3. And I'm really type B.
Which is kind of part of our story, right? Because
Yes.
so our oldest are 3 months apart.
Yes.
Our second are like 2 weeks apart, and then I didn't have the third one yet.
And then we just have an
Then we have
unhinged
a
one.
Lenny. She's kind of like all of our babies.
Yes.
But we're excited.
Yes. So
This is going to be like a very quick intro episode.
we are not lesbians. We're sisters. We're actually 2 of 4. And we started supporting chaos after just having our babies. We stayed up until like 1 a.m. on New Year's Eve instead of doing anything postpartum. And we had this conversation about we just want to start something where we can take our can I be honest conversations to other people to just help people feel validated in motherhood.
I feel like that's like a big thing is we've been doing Supporting Chaos since July 2021, and what this space has always really been is our reality of our conversations. And I think because we're sisters, we can talk about the things that you might be scared to talk about with someone else because you don't want someone
Because I don't
to
give a shit if she judges
judge
me.
you. Like, we just know each other
Yeah.
so well. And when we were kind of in the trenches, I know that we both felt like we were very fortunate to have each other. Have
We
our
needed that
babies
other
so
one to say,
close.
hey, yeah, I feel that too. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, thank God, because I thought it was me.
And so I think that's just why we're really excited, because that has always been the core of Supporting Chaos, is being able to have these conversations and like learn and grow, and whether it's comparing nap schedules or talking about how we want to punch our husbands in the face, like we can do it all.
Yeah.
And so we're excited to have them with you.
And like how we support, like the kind of support we picked up, we wanted to give that to other people. We literally started when we found out the name, or we were trying to think of what we were going to call our platform.
We knew chaos. We knew chaos. We wanted chaos. I remember that.
Yes. You can keep going.
And okay, so we were really trying to figure out what the name was going to be. And I think this is just like a huge like part of our brand, like who we are and what the podcast is going to feel like. So we knew chaos, and we were talking about like simplifying. I don't know, because back then we were trying to give like a little bit more like tips.
And at this point, we had like so many words written down.
So many words.
So many words.
And I'll never forget. So it was like 6 a.m. and I was on the Peloton, and Gracie texted me, and she said, so she had a lot of sleep troubles with her second. And she said she finally slept through the night. I'll find the text and share it. She finally slept through the night. Should I open a White Claw? And I responded and
It was
said,
like is it 9 a.m. too?
no, it was like 6 a.m.
But I was like, is this too early to
Yeah.
open a White Claw?
It's 6 a.m. too early. And I said, a White Claw is basically juice. Go for it. And literally that moment is when I was like, wait, that's what we do for each other. It's the support.
Yeah.
Like, heck yeah.
I felt like I needed to tell somebody this like big thing that like nobody else would have really cared about, but then the response was funny. It was validated. Like,
the support and like laughing of like,
yeah.
I don't have the best advice for you. I'm gonna tell you a couple sleep things if you want, but you have to do it. But like, just to be there and part of your journey and support and laugh and cry, and
Yeah.
that's really like what it's all about. So
So finishing on the Peloton, you have the text.
yeah,
How does it relate to the name?
Supporting chaos.
Yeah, so you were like,
did I not say that?
No, you didn't say that point. You didn't say the actual point.
That's what we do, is support each other, and that's what we got.
So when we were thinking about what, like, we had all these names written down, Sammy was all of a sudden like, I got it.
Like, we just knew.
In the second she said it, I was like, yes.
And I'm actually surprised because I get sick of things a lot.
I know. I like literally thought about that the other day. I'm like, we still like our name. Like,
yeah.
Because I do think it is like, this is not going to be, our platform is never perfect. It is never going to be very aesthetic. My slippers, I really like to wear them. For some reason, they're dirty. It's fine. But it's support. And it might be support in the most chaotic way, but it's to make your chaos feel normal. Because it is. And so.
And I feel like that's just what's so important in life, you know, like, especially with young kids, it's going to be chaos. Like, everything is never going to be perfect. But just having people there in your corner who, like, build you up, support, like, care that your kid's sleeping through the night when you know that they've been working so hard on it. And yeah.
And so for a while we were doing little TikTok sounds trying to get the message out there, and now we're putting it on a podcast. You can hear like our actual conversations, the background of what we hope to support.
I mean, the craziest part is these are the conversations that we literally have every other day, probably no matter what. And every time we're like, God, we should just be doing this on the podcast.
The amount of times we've hung up a 2-hour phone call, it's like, damn it, we should have recorded that.
So this time we're going to do it with a mic.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys love it and we're excited. But the one rule is we're going to talk freely. This is a no judgment zone.
No.
We will probably have different opinions on things. We parent different. We do things different. There's no script. There's no right or wrong. The only rule is we don't judge each other, so you can't judge us either.
And we won't judge you too if you want to come into our DMs and just, if you heard a podcast and you want to just debrief it with us, we're ready.
Yeah, let's chat. I think it's going to be really fun.
We're here. So,
Woo! Episode 1, check.
We got this.